calling you back. All right, go on ahead and ask your questions. They kept saying, bring those. Like, who the hell is Nosy? I know who it is.
Like, I had to pay through Cash App. I didn't have to. Let me just reword my words real wisely because everybody's picking through stuff. I ended up paying through Cash App when I lived there 3 years ago. At the time, I was and that's why I keep trying to tell people I was very naive. So I didn't really, I knew how rent worked, but the last people that I lived, like the last house that I lived in, you just drop the check into the rental box office. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no extra commotion. So when I moved into Guardian Court, every single time something changed, LaShonda would call somebody down to the office and be like, okay, your rent went up, blah, 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 blah. Sign some papers, basically, boom, call it a day. You can send it through this Cash App. And that's how I personally ended up doing it. For Desiree, Desiree said her mom told her before, you know what I'm saying, not to go through Cash App because she's already fucked up, excuse my language, because her mom and Miss LaShonda had a friendship.
Y'all at the bottom that's watching both the lives, double tap the screen.
To be all the way truthful. So it's basically like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I have like an exact photo of her doing this and that. I'm basically trying to share from my experience of personally living there and being around LaShonda. That's why I had posted a video of one of our altercations, only because that's the only screen, like the only recording that I can get out of my phone because I've been trying to search through old iClouds, etc. But yeah, for me personally, I was paying her through Cash App, and I'm trying to get my old Cash App back to try to get my little tax papers that they give you to show you, like, you know, where your money was going and stuff, so I can also post that. But for Desiree's instance, she was paying with money orders, and her mom made sure that she put it in the name of Guardian Court. And me, at the time, I was too naive. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just trying to get on here and bash everybody and bitch, you got woo, 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 woo. Nah, I'm coming with the smoke, but at the same time, I'm just telling from my experience, like, yeah, I feel like she's messed up, and I feel like LaShonda probably didn't know, only because of the stuff that I personally went through and a few other friends. That's why I tried to gather a few other people that actually live there to get on this live and speak to you. So I had got Desiree and I got somebody else, and I'm waiting on them to get a TikTok and do all that to try to get them into this live also. But that person is particularly scared because they currently live there right now.
Hold on,
they already got
you're nosy. Give me 2 seconds. The video is now in. I just received the video on Instagram. Looks like it's about a minute long. Now I'm trying to figure out. TikTok won't let you play the video while you're on live. My TikTok page is constantly under threat. I'm trying to figure out, should I go on and post the video? Should I go on and post the video on IG? Because, see, all IG gonna do is take it down. I don't really have no violations over there. I'm questioning, should I post the video in my IG stories? And y'all can go over there on IG and watch it.
Hey, can you try to blur my leg out, though? Because the way it was set up, my kids was yelling. I went to the bathroom.
Is there a way to blur out the video? Is there a way to do that?
Like, just put an emoji or something on top. Like, you can still show the number and everything, but where it comes to the part, like, you'll watch the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. But, okay, just block that little piece out for me.
No problem. I got you. Go on ahead with those questions. I'm going to wait. Go ahead.
Okay.
Y'all get them likes up, please. We should have been at 100K likes.
You were paying her directly through Cash App. Was it her personal Cash App, or was it a Cash App for Guardian Court?
No, it was a personal Cash App. It said LaShonda Lockhart.
And did you ever have issues with, like, them telling you your rent was late, or like...
Yes.
So so after paying her via a private personal Cash App, you would notice that
I was having problems.
You were still having problems. Okay, so we don't really know the true history of if she was posting your rent to the leasing to the proper channels.
Right, and it's not even just me, it's multiple people. One of my friends is going through a funeral with her blood brother right now, and I tried to get her to come on because she also used to live there. Like, when I thank you so much for being so respectful. You're the nicest one we got yet. But wait, you know that lady that come on here talking about LaShonda, my family? Who you talking about? Girl, what?
She gonna try to go nosy. If they're nosy, has been the nicest we've dealt with. Shit, I'm kind occasionally.
I fuck with Trip. Period. But Yeah, so when it came to the complex, like I've tried to get my old videos out of my iCloud, my old iCloud. I have a new iCloud now, and I try to get the videos out of my old iCloud of like us fighting and stuff that happened in the parking lot. Because there's like LaShonda acts one way online, but when you live there and you're there every day, like I said, it's not like a block. It's a literal cul-de-sac of apartments. It's not, you can't go nowhere but out. You see what I'm saying? So there's been multiple shootings, killings there, like multiple SWAT teams. Like it's just so much going on that if I try to explain everything to try to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this happened. Everybody's like, oh, we'll send exactly this at the time of 12:05. Like, I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to at least bring it out there from my personal experience along with Desiree and other tenants. Like, yeah, this is what's, you know, this ain't what y'all think. And I believe the wife, you know what I'm saying? Basically, that's all.
So I just want to make sure I get this. I just want to make sure because I got the details. And, you know, shout out to you, Vera, because I found the green Toyota. So when you said,
I know you did.
So when you said you paid, I'm just trying to get to the money because that's where the real.
Okay, to be all the way honest, with the money, this has been an ongoing rumor. When we even personally lived there, and I don't know if Desiree is still on here or she can put her mic on, but even when we personally first moved in, and this is first moved in, like everybody's, you know, first getting their crib, whatever, the rumor was going around she was stealing money. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, it was a rumor. So until we got to really live in there, about 6 months in, a year in, we noticed something coming up missing. My iPad came up missing out my house. The only person that came in was the maintenance man. She swore up and down she can't show. LaShonda swears up and down she can't show the cameras because that's her people's and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? It's been so many instances where stuff has happened. Like the maintenance man coming on us.
Wait a minute.
This, etc., this, that.
So let me, because I want to start, I want to be able to like make sure the details are lined out. So this is HUD housing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so through HUD housing, you're set based off of your income, a specific amount of money you're going to pay per month. Is that set by your HUD office?
No, it's set by the government. So if you do not have any job whatsoever, you pay $0.00.
And what was your rent when you lived there? How much was your rent?
When I first came, I was $0.00 because I was on bed rest for my daughter. I was on bed rest for both of my kids. And I'm a personal tattoo artist, so I started, you know, when I first started my practice, I would do tattoos in and out of home, so it wasn't necessarily like a tax thing that I would have on my taxes because I did not have my business name yet.
And that's why you was paying LaShonda because you was doing a
bit of income
girl.
But it wasn't like it was report. Look, girl, let me stop getting me in trouble. But
and when did your rent change?
My rent changed for me personally about 6-7 months after I very first moved in.
And how much was it?
So it changed a few times. When I first came and it first got changed, it was like $200 a month. Cool, manageable, whatever. Then it went up to like $4. You know what I'm saying? It would increase. And then when I got pregnant with my son, I was on bed rest from the 6 weeks of my pregnancy that I found out to the very end. And I had an emergency C-section, etc.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Vera knows to give me 2 seconds. I continue to repost the IG. The video is not yet up on IG because Vera is asking me to blur out her leg. So I first need to get the video. I'm going to post the video after this live ends. I will post the video on IG. You can find my IG by clicking the link tree in my bio. I'm also constantly reposting it in the comments. So I'm going
y'all get those likes up. Just double tap the screen and comment. Double tap the screen and comment.
The video is not posted. Just giving all of y'all chances to go over there and follow so you're ready when it does happen.
I don't know if I believe Vera. Let me just put that out there.
Vera just joined your live, Keith. Maybe that was in the building. I don't know if you seen that.
Then you,
Can I get some receipts from Vera, baby? It's gonna be.
Vera don't have any. Vera, please come.
Because I want to know when
one of
we
y'all
start
got to drop so Vera can come explain some
who?
things that we ain't okay. So she can explain some stuff that we don't understand.
She needs to.
Watch the
Baby,
whole
you should
thing.
have the bank statements or something showing that you're doing some type of transaction.
Well, hold on, wait. Let her get up here, and we ain't gonna jump. Let me tell y'all my rules, right? Everybody is the right to their own opinion over here, right? We don't judge nobody for how you feel. You can either believe it or you don't. But what we not gonna do is call nobody. Hold on. What we not gonna do is call nobody out their name. We not finna jump them because then the live ain't everybody gonna leave the live because you're not gonna be able to hear the other person. So y'all keep it cute. Act like the beautiful black people that's surrounding me right now. Keep it like y'all been keeping it, and we'll bring her up if she wants to. So, Vera, if you in here, please send me a little ring-a-dang. And one of y'all gonna have to drop. Anybody want to volunteer, or do I need to drop somebody? If she says yes.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
Yeah, y'all can mute yourself. If Vera willing to get up here so she can answer some questions, then wrangling us up here.
If she willing to come up here, I'll drop.
She can be on tour if she want to be on tour. No, I'm just playing, boo. I know you was being funny. I'm laughing with you. I'm waiting. No, I don't. Wait a minute. It's like 30 requests, so let me go through. No, I don't see Vera yet. Vera, you have to send me a request, baby, because we don't follow each other, and for some reason I can't click on you. Let's see. Okay, who want to drop?
You can drop.
Who's saying you could drop me?
Sin.
Okay, Sin, make sure you follow me back, baby.
And Will.
Don't leave. Don't leave. Stay in the comments. All right, first let Vera explain, and then y'all ask questions. Do not jump on her.
Yeah,
It's my brand. Y'all know I got
lives don't work like that. Keys lives don't work like that. Everybody needs to be
keep
on
it
mute.
cute.
Be on mute, everybody.
Please.
Miss Vera, how you doing, love?
Y'all, I'm doing okay. Can I please just start off with a disclaimer, please?
Yes.
Because
I'm
I
gonna
feel
put you in the
like,
big box. I'm gonna put you in the big box.
I just feel like it's a lot of back and forth. Okay, me and Miss LaShonda done had our problems. Do I agree with everything she do? No, hell no, because she had me fucked up for 3 years. You see what I'm saying? I lived there for 3.5, almost 4 years. Mind you, all this stuff is 3 years ago. So when I'm
Wait a
trying to
minute,
get
Vera.
my
Hold on
old
one
phone,
second. Hold on, Vera.
no, you fine.
All y'all down there talking about y'all want to hear from Vera, but them likes ain't going up. Y'all ain't following nobody. Y'all ain't sharing. Y'all need to get them likes and them shares up.
Now, if y'all trying to get messy, then go ahead and tap
No,
this live
not
up.
messy. Not messy. We just want the truth.
Now,
We just
it's
want
the truth, but the truth
Yeah, I'm
is
not
real
talking to you,
messy.
baby. I'm talking to the comments at the bottom.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, the truth
Yeah, I
is
wasn't
real
talking to you.
messy,
I'm talking
honey.
about
It's
at the
a bucket of
bottom.
water done spilt
Yeah.
over.
At the bottom. Yeah, that ain't what we doing over here. So yeah, y'all want to hear? There y'all go. Like, share, get them shares and likes up. Get the shares and likes up. It's free. Y'all ain't got to spend no money to double tap the screen.
Hey, at least she
Vera,
a real
okay,
one
we want
talking
you to
about
do
you ain't
your
gotta spend no
disclaimer. We
money.
want you to run through your side, and then we want to be able to ask questions. And we gonna
Listen,
keep it
let me
cute.
just start off. You a real one, because you just said you ain't got to spend no money. Unlike LaShonda, every time you do a Bible study, your hand is up asking for cash out. Boom, let me get that out there in a second. Okay, when it comes to me, LaShonda, mind you, my name is LaShonda too. So my name is LaShonda Payne. You feel me? So when I say LaShonda, sometimes I gotta slow down because I talk real fast. So please, you know what I'm saying, bear with me, y'all. But I done sent the phone call. I done sent the screenshots of my call log. I was on live with this woman earlier, and I was getting calls as I was in the live. That's why my live kept breaking up. Like every single time I would break up, I'm getting a call. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. You know how on TikTok you can do the little, I guess it's a little TikTok viral hack. You take the number, you copy, and you paste it into your, like how you about to dial out, and it'll tell you the number. Well, I did that. And that's how Guardian Court popped up. Mind you, I have their number saved from way back. Even when I first moved here to Detroit, Michigan, I needed to call the office just to get some information from one renter to another renter, renters letters, etc., like that. So that's where the phone calls, and that's how I proved the phone calls came up on that live. She has it. She's posting it to her Instagram, etc. I'm not really posting all that stuff on my Instagram. I don't really do like my Instagram like publicly for everybody. That's more for family, close friends, etc. But I posted what I can post on TikTok. I have also posted my own personal videos of trying to get y'all like my lease, trying to show y'all my letters, trying to show y'all, you know what I'm saying? Everything everybody's asking for, I'm trying to show. I keep getting a comment from LaShonda, and then my video is taken down. And then I even sent the screenshots of my video being taken down. For first, one of them was nudity. I haven't been nude. You know what I'm saying? It's just some outrageous stuff. So I even tried to post that to try to show that it was being taken down, and that got taken down. So I sent it to the other lady on her live. Like, girl, this, you know what I'm saying? This is not You know what I'm saying? This ain't me. This is what's really going on. I'm really trying to post for everybody. Because in reality, I done riled a lot of feathers. You see what I'm saying? But I done lived there. Like, and I keep trying to explain to people, listen, what somebody portrays on social media is not how they are in person. Like when I say Guardian Court is literally a court. It is a court. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10, 11 buildings on the entire court going in a circle. You have one way out. So when I say it's like a college dorm environment, there's a lot of people in their 18 to 25. You might get an older person, one a building just so she can fill their handicap spots, but they barely come outside, but everybody be outside. It's like a party every day. So when I say there's going to be a lot more people coming forward with things, I'm trying to get other tenants, etc., to come forward, but a lot of them are scared because some of them still live there, been living there 5, 6+ years. You know what I'm saying? Because they need help, etc. I done moved on. You know what I'm saying?
So Vera,
have to do with the story.
Vera, I want to ask you,
I'm trying to explain myself because everybody's coming at me crazy. Yeah,
Vera, baby, I want to ask you. This is my question, right?
Let's talk
when
about
I was on the live, because I was on Trips Live, the very first live,
the first one, okay,
this morning when when Ray was on there herself. I watched that whole live. Right. I got a little bit of screen recordings from there. My question to you is: clearly, Ray didn't know anything about the cheating, and you busted out with she be cheating.
Because she no pause. Okay, let me cut you off, and I'm so sorry, and I promise you I'm not trying to be rude or fucked up. This is really how I talk. Bro, Miss LaShonda, I've been inboxing her since 2020. Before, like when COVID came out, I lived in Guardian in 2020. The first time I seen this woman, I never knew who she was. And I just put the T on the other lap. I never knew who she was because there was a young girl in the office. She was like 21, 22 years old. And Miss LaShonda would tell everybody that came in. Mind you, it's like a college environment. So motherfuckers ain't formal. Shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? Shit ain't kosher and cookies. You see what I'm saying? So we not talking like, yes, ma'am. Motherfuckers is talking just like how we talking right now. Like it's on some crazy level. So she's telling everybody, oh, this is my girl. This is my wife. The tenants in the building is like, damn, she pretty. Yeah, and y'all working in an office together. People bringing them gifts, all types of shit. But at this time, ain't nobody recording it because we live this life and people think this is normal. This is her regular life. Nobody knew she was on TikTok for real. I just found out when I just made my TikTok. You see what I'm saying? Like, what was it, like 2021? Like right, like 2021 happened. That's when I like made my TikTok, or I might have had it. But really
Vera, when you got up there this morning, you knew who she was and what we were talking about. So this morning,
but I'm
when
saying
you told about the cheating,
right?
Yeah, so I told about the cheating because I inboxed her originally. The reason why I even came out was just because I was like, okay, I agree with the wife, right? She's a fucked up person. Let me post my video. That's how my video came about. But all this extra stuff into the tenant and the lease and everything's coming out on this live because I finally figured out who her wife was. So I inboxed her, Miss LaShonda, not Miss LaShondra, but the other lady, Miss Shop AIF, her, the wife. I inboxed her multiple times like, hey, I used to live in Guardian Court. Can I talk to you? Hey,
you inboxed her on TikTok?
Yes, in my DMs.
So do you have those messages where you inboxed her on TikTok?
I told y'all I deleted.
No. Hold on, wait a minute.
Can I try to explain myself? I'm trying to finish.
Hold on, let me get to my. Hold on, baby, just chill. What I'm saying is, even when you don't have that phone anymore, because you know I've been on TikTok for a while, and me and Tyler had messages, and I lost this phone. I can still log in, go to Tyler's name, click on our messages, messages will still pop up. Right. That's my question.
Right. But I've been, before any of this even came out, before she made this TikTok about them divorcing, like maybe 2 weeks prior, I had inboxed her again. I was like, my number is 269 such and such, such and such, boom, 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 boom.
Wait.
She never got back. Hold on. Can I finish telling you all about the messages so you can understand where I'm coming from? What I'm saying is originally,
we'll hear you first before we ask.
Yeah. And originally, I started in 2020. I'm like, hey, my name is such and such. I used to live in
y'all at the bottom. Get those likes up while she
responded. I said, LaShonda's cheating on you. Like, I really got tea. And this is in 2020. So at this time, I still had like probably access to my phone at that time, whatever. So I'm texting her on TikTok, but she's not responding. She read it, And she was like, what are you talking about? She never responded again after that, because then I started blowing up her phone. I'm like, yeah, here goes my number. Here goes my email. Girl, I really need to talk to you because I don't think you know who LaShonda is. And I'm just now seeing that y'all are a couple on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. This blew my mind because I thought she was with somebody else. Da, 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 da. So I ended up deleting because I kept blowing her up, bro. We're not following each other. That's kind of weird. She's a way higher following than me. That's weird as hell. So I deleted our messages. But when I came in on live, like you said, you was in there. When I came in on live and Miss LaShonda was still on live, I had said what I said. I said, because I kept getting in the comments. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I did text you. I did message you on TikTok. Da 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 da. And I'm telling her everything I'm telling y'all. She got up off live because she knew. I don't know what she got going on. I don't know if her and LaShonda talked after this, but I know that she knows that I inboxed her and she can post it. I can keep tagging her. Y'all can tag her. We can figure it out from the bottom of it because all she got to do is screenshot it one time. I don't have no reason
Oh,
to
you're
hide
saying
that
even though you
reality.
deleted them, that Ray still has them, so she can prove what
That's
you're
what I'm
saying if she
saying.
just
Yeah,
screenshot
if she went there. I'm not trying to talk on no bullshit. I talk around in circles. Like
I don't think that's what hurt her feelings. I think what hurt her feelings is through all this, she just thought they had
and I
money
said the
issues.
cheating.
Right. And then you
And
brought
I
up
did
that she
say the
was
cheater
sleeping.
thing.
Yes, and that broke my heart.
Right. And
Okay, Vera, no one has asked
I
you this
can't
question.
be wrong though, because I did tell her in 2020, if she opens the message and put it out to the world, I texted her in 2020, 2021. This is before any of this came out. You see what I'm saying? So when it's coming to me, I'm like, damn, my bad. Yes, ma'am. I can't tell who's talking though.
That's me. It's me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
I only had one question because I haven't seen anyone ask this question just yet. You've been explaining yourself over and over. I know you feel tired of explaining yourself.
No, you fine, girl.
I haven't heard this question.
I'll keep talking about it because I feel
No,
like
you
it needs to
cool.
bring awareness
You cool.
to other naive females that believe her bullshit when I was living there.
So, Vera, now I want you to be so 100 with us.
Yeah, let's
Have
talk
you
about it.
ever had more than a tenant relationship with LaShonda?
That was my question.
No, I haven't.
Never been cool
when I
friends
first
with
moved
her?
in.
She ain't never tried to pass at you or
Yeah.
anything
I'm gonna talk about it. So when I very first moved in there, I said it on another live. Kiana and Desiree's mama was friends with LaShonda. How are they friends? I don't know. I don't know if they was friends, buddies from school, Facebook. I don't know. But all I know is I put my application in. They was following up on my application too. I felt like it got me in quicker. Do I feel like that's the reason why I got in? No. But let me make this clear. When the very first day I came in, I had my daughter. No, I was pregnant with my daughter. I was 8 months pregnant, but I was real small because I lost a lot of weight. I got a thyroid problem. It goes into a long story anyway. So I was small, pretty. I was looking real good at the time, and Miss LaShonda made definite passes a lot of time, and I definitely flirted my way through the application because who wouldn't, bro? You need a crib to stay in. I ain't got no family out here, and this motherfucker's free if I ain't got a job. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, come on, you cute. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm lying, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play my role. I got in that motherfucker, but I made it very clear, honestly, after I moved into 6108, apartment 8, that's the first apartment, and then I moved to the other side of Guardian Court, if y'all want to look back on different lives. I made it very clear that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not fucking with her, I don't know, and I feel like that's why when it came to them walking into my apartment,
Wait a minute, are you talking about LaShondra tried to holler at you? Is that
you just heard what you said.
We're talking about LaShondra.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on, y'all.
Also, the maintenance man.
Hold on. Okay, I got one more question, and then we're going to answer questions, because you don't have to keep running through the story. We all have seen the lies. This is my question. If it's government, because you said everything paid through the government is government housing, right? They supposed to do inspections. They supposed to do checks. Yep. If you've arguing and fighting with the landlord, if you having any troubles, and they're supposed to, the apartment complex themselves are supposed to report you paying rent. So if you were sending her cash app to her personal cash app,
you took the word.
Why do the government not know? Why didn't you report it to them? Why did you have to call the police so many times and the government didn't do anything?
No, Key, wait, the most important
thing I'll take your question.
Wait a minute, Vera. To add on the Keys, If you had a person over, you said y'all flirted, or she tried to flirt with you when you was,
This is when I very first tried
and
to
she
move
did
in, but
right.
like
But
it
listen,
never went to like
wait,
cell phones or none of
let
that.
me finish let me add on top of Keys. And if you turned her down and you didn't want that, right? And you had also heard the rumors about that.
Right.
Why in the hell would you send something to her personal Cash App if you cut it off completely, if you wanted nothing to do with that? And then why is this such a big deal now? And why didn't you nip it in the bud? Why are you
Hold on before you answer that. But let me be real clear.
There's like three different questions.
We're not saying that the government does or don't do what they're supposed to do. I asked, did she report it? I asked what they said. Nobody said that the government did anything. We're asking questions to get them answered. And if you at the bottom, please get them likes up. Thank you. Okay. You can answer, Vera.
Okay, so what's the first question again? Because I done been confused.
Because you have to report to the government. Do they know that you was Cash Apping her? Were they reporting it to the government? And did you let the government know that that you had to physically fight with this girl and all the stuff that you said that the dude was doing when he was harassing you and making you feel sexually uncomfortable?
Okay, let me break every single thing down, and I have to kind of like try to re-explain parts of the story. So when I first moved in, I was not paying no rent. Boom. It was free because I did not have a job. The whole time I lived there, I technically did not have a government job. I was doing tattoos from home, if that makes sense. So I had me a little
why
side
did they raise
hustle.
your rent if you didn't have a job?
My
You just
point.
said zero.
Listen, can I finish? You
yes,
gotta
ma'am.
let me finish, y'all. So that's my point. So Miss LaShonda will pick out her favorites, or who talks to her the most, or who talks to her the sweetest, or who's well liked in the community from just moving in.
Kate. You on mute.
You still there, Vera?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You on mute.
That wasn't me. I ain't touched the phone. I'm clocking out.
Oh, I'm messing up. Okay.
Can you hear me, y'all?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. The other twin from Desiree earlier, because Desiree and Kiana's twins. Kiana keep calling my phone because she's trying to get it on live. Boom. So, oh my God. Okay. So
wait a minute. Who trying to get up here on the live?
The girl that I was on the live with earlier, besides the person who was hosting the live, her name is Desiree. They're twins. They also live in separate apartments.
You saying she sent me a request?
They in here? Are they in here?
No, she didn't send. No, I don't know if she's in here or not. I can't answer her phone call because she keeps trying to call over and over. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know. But I keep trying to read my text and everything, and there's too much going on my phone. But I'm trying to answer y'all, and I'm trying to be fully respectful and honest, like earnest. So, okay, when it came to paying the rent and stuff like that, when I first moved in, that's why I'm trying to tell everybody I was a naive, dumb little girl. Like, I'm 28 now. At the time, I was just getting in my, I was like, 23, just getting my little second crib, trying to think I'm a hot shit, not really paying attention to my surroundings. So, when I first, like the very first day I filled out my application, LaShonda was trying to flirt with me, blase, whatever. I carried it on until I signed my lease. When I signed my lease, I was like, I lied. I didn't have no nigga. I said I had a nigga. She immediately, like, it wasn't like, oh, bye, girl, see you later. It was like, okay, well, we'll call you when you're approved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from sweethearted to formal real quick. Boom. So LaShonda was really out of the picture at that time as far as any type of romantical type of shit going on. Boom. Move in. I'm not really paying no rent, whatever. I'm paying my light bill, such and such, the third. You know how the rundown goes with Guardian Court. You can watch LaShonda's videos. Living there. There's multiple occasions with different things going on. But mind you, so when the first incident happened and walking into my crib while I'm naked and pregnant, her and the maintenance man is standing there. When I filed a report with the office, she's told me up and down she's sending it to the company that owns it, blah, 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 blah. This is going to go to corporate, blah, 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 blah. She'll handle it, whatever. He never got fired. Cool. Because I still kept making complaints like, why is this nigga not fired? This is weird. Like, because he done reached up my robe and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. Then when I start making more complaints, she's coming in for more house visits. Mind you, I'm not trying to talk down on nobody, but I had a very decently clean crib for what is around in that area, and if you just live there, you'll know, or if you visit, etc. So I would get my little house checks. Mind you, I don't smoke weed, I don't smoke blacks, I don't smoke cigarette, I can't smoke, drink, none of that. I'm on full 5-year probation and I'm pregnant. So I would get small complaints about, we would get complaints on our door, somebody's leaving ashes in the hallway, whatever. I go to the office, I'm like, well, I don't feel like I got to pay her $25 towards the cleaner fee, because she would make every tenant in the whole building of that building pay like $15 toward a cleaner fee or $20. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So it started with little stuff like that. Then 6 months down the line, boom, she calls me into the office and she's like, yeah, the head people. I never knew these people's names. And mind you, I'm very naive at the time. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah. She's like, these people, okay, at first, you get $200 a month rent. Cool. Got my little $150 light bill. Cool. Still cool, whatever. Then it get to 400. Then it would get to 500. Then it would get to 7 something. Like Desiree was paying.
But that's what I'm asking. Like, why was your rent going up if you're on government income?
Right,
and
I'm not working.
Zero.
Right, and I'm not working.
Right.
So I'm questioning her. Right. Cool. I'm glad you asked that. So I'm questioning her. Now I'm getting.
But why wouldn't you call down to the government? Why would you question her if she's the one that's doing the questionable shit? It's not like when you get the government, you get to just sit there and talk to somebody. You sit on hold for hours like you at the food stamp office, y'all. Like you sitting on there for hours. You finally get somebody to talk to you. They're like, yeah, what's your complaint? You telling them a whole story like I'm telling y'all right now. They're like, no, exactly. Okay, so he walked in your door.
Key, I don't play that. You and I both know why. You want me to say it?
Know why? What, me?
Key.
I'm gonna say that.
You want me to say it?
Tyler, you got it. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah, because
you want me to say it?
Okay, tell me what.
You didn't do it because y'all are fucking. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I don't got no
me and
problems
Miss
about
LaShonda's
it.
fucking?
Yes, I'm not even trying because there ain't no way in the world.
Wait, wait. If everybody
that,
talk, hold on. Y'all all can't talk at once. Everybody gotta.
No,
we ain't gonna get nowhere if everybody start hollering at once. Then people gonna get attitudes. Then people gonna drop out. It ain't gonna go like we smooth.
This is what I'm saying.
So Auntie Tyler, just finish your sentence. Then let Vera reply. And then I think it was me.
Then let Vera reply. Vera, I'm not trying to disrespect you or nothing. But I'm just being real, baby. From whatever receipts, what you putting out or whatever, this happened so long ago. You said that you sent Ray 2 weeks ago before she went live. You sent it, but you have not showed those DMs that you sent her. Ain't nobody seen that. No.
Because I don't have the DM.
So what's up? Because it's on the iPhone 6, right? Okay, who cares? The thing is, if you knew, you hearing all these rumors that's going on in this apartment and all these rumors that's going on and all of this stuff. Why are you sending? I'm not sending shit to nobody's Cash App personally. You seem like you an intelligent lady, kinda. I wouldn't be sending nothing to nobody's Cash App personally. I'm not getting ready to be doing that. That's just protecting you and protecting your own peace. That doesn't make any sense.
So that's why I keep trying to tell you.
Why would you be so
separate occasions? So I never inboxed Miss LaShonda. Hold on. I never inboxed Miss LaShonda until after I was moved out of Guardian Court. I never figured out who her TikTok was until after I left Guardian Court. So that's when my messages started to her. That's why I said 2021. I moved out July 17, 2021. So that's when the messages to Miss LaShonda started. That's why I said maybe 2020, but in reality, I'm not for sure. But I know for sure she got the messages from 2021. Second, me and Miss LaShonda ain't never had a sexual relationship, ain't never had a personal phone number call. None of that bullshit. I've only fucked around with one girl, never did that shit again. Honey, I got baby daddies on deck, okay?
Because we all know Miss LaShonda, Miss LaShonda.
Yes, because I feel like I keep answering and it keeps coming to the conclusion.
She is still on her little TikTok.
Who, Miss
Mississippi prayers. Yeah, she doing her Mississippi prayers. But she ain't said
begging for that chump change, honey.
Okay.
That's what they do.
But if she did come out and say something, and she bust out like, oh, don't listen to her because I was fucking on her. She mad because I don't want her.
What you gonna say? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all on everything I fucking love, bro. I ain't never fucked this lady.
Okay.
One, two.
Okay, can I say
Second,
something?
the only thing she could come out is be like, oh, LaShonda's lying. And I would tell her, you have 24/7 security footage, post everything with me in it, in my face in it, on God. Because I literally be in a house chilling with my peoples, chilling, or be outside watching the bullshit that unfolds with her and the maintenance man and whoever. Like, the shit that I'm telling y'all is not shit that happened oh, me and LaShonda got into it today. Like, me and
I
LaShonda
just
got into
still,
it
Vera, I
outside the
just still
parking
want the
lot, and
answer to
everybody
my
seen it.
question though. If somebody
Yeah.
took my rent, right, regardless, even I give you was
Because
young.
that's what I
I give
told you at the
hold
time.
on, because
Yeah,
you don't
you
even know what I'm
reminded
gonna
me.
ask. I give you was young. I give you that it didn't make sense, right? But by the time it went over 400 and I ain't reporting no income, it's
Okay.
either I'm paying you so you don't tell them how much money I'm making, or B, if excuse me, it's given that. Not that you're saying that. It's given that I'm paying you so they don't know that I got a business on the low. Or it's given what Auntie Tyler said about, hey, we was fucking, we might have been fucking, she tried to fuck, I thought about it, I played with her, something like that. Or it's
Oh,
given,
Lord.
it's not making sense, right? Because if it kept going up and you are in low income, which means you probably were having like troubles financially, I would
Yeah,
hope,
and
if
I
you're
said
using
that.
that, because there's
Yeah.
people out there that really need it.
Yeah, and I
Why
said
did
that.
you not still, I don't care if it took 200 hours to be on the phone with them. Why did you not go down there, email, write a letter, try to figure out why my rent's so high and why she got me sending it to her personal cash
Okay,
app?
so can I explain now? You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so like I had said in the live, when it came to coming up, okay, so I called the police. I got a little police report. I'm still trying to get those for y'all. Boom. Second, or the number so y'all can look them up. Whatever. Boom. When it came to situations, I was on probation for 5 years. Drug test with my kids. I have no mama. I ain't got no daddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no cousin, sister, brother, uncle, best friend, none of that. Like me and Kiana and Desiree is the closest it's probably gonna get, and that ain't even like you're my best friend, like none of that shit. So I ain't have nobody. So when it come to me, to be all the way honest, the shit that LaShonda would tell me when I'm sitting in that office, I would believe it because that's the only sense of guidance I had at the time. Like, to be all the way real with y'all. Like, I'm not no fucked up ass nigga. Yeah, I was fucked up financially, all of that. Like, it's my
But it's the
second
money we
crib.
talking about.
Yeah, I know you're saying the money, but at the same time, if you don't know nothing from Adam and Eve and you finally got a crib and you finally stationary, and then I was seeing if I did question something, that's what I was trying to get into earlier. If I did question something too much, or me and Mr. Chandra really argued, whatever, or fought at the time, nigga, her peoples in the apartment complex will be banging at my door all types of night. I'm 9 months pregnant. They trying to fight. They throwing shit at my door. They breaking my car windows. Like, bro, I can't afford to pay my car. I got 2 cars out there. I can't afford to sit there and keep paying for windows every week because y'all want to fight. And this is the only place I got to go because clearly my income wasn't that high. You see what I'm
So
saying? And I'm
Vera,
looking to this lady for
can I
guidance,
go,
and she
sweetie?
telling me
Can I
you
ask a
gotta pay
question,
this
Vera?
because I'm still trying to. Yeah.
Vera, you
Okay,
said
one
you
second,
can't
one
pay.
second. So we got like 27 people waiting in the queue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Vera
Fuck is you talking about?
Sin.
Vera, let the
Oh,
host
my
Sin,
bad.
finish.
right. Sin, you could go ahead and ask your question, and then I'm gonna drop you, bring in the next person. They can ask their question, and we
Now I
gonna
needed a
go
place
ahead
to
and shift
stay.
this mug
Clearly, if you're
out. And
applying up
everybody
for a
else
Key,
at
when
the
you
top,
get a
take a breath.
chance,
Cause hold
Key,
Can
on.
when you
I
get a
ask a
chance,
question after
Hold
her?
on,
yeah.
y'all. Hold
You gotta let
on.
her
Y'all, let the
talk.
host talk, please, please,
It's
please. Let
okay.
me
It's
talk,
okay.
please,
It's okay.
please.
Everybody at the top, I understand y'all are just asking her questions because y'all want to know. For the people at the bottom, ain't nobody arguing or jumping on Vera because we don't even do that over here. We grown on this side of TikTok, right? So, Sin, ask your question. Everybody else, I know y'all got questions. That's why y'all still up here. I'm talking about that particular box. I'm going to just interchange that box out. So that's why I'm going to let Sin jump in and ask what she wanted to ask. So everybody at the bottom that's saying, I got a question, I can keep funneling them in and out. Okay, Sin.
Okay, so my question is, how do you, I understand being young, but how do you think it's acceptable to pay your rent through a cash app, something that is not a legit bank, to prove that you are making payments? How did you think that that was acceptable during that time?
Okay, can I answer now? Is it cool?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when it comes to the banking situation, like I told y'all, I was on probation for 5 years for burglary, theft, etc. All this whole extra crazy shit with my baby daddy. That's a whole different story for a different story time. Got letters and proof on that. Um, I couldn't get a bank account. Like, I just got my first bank account when I moved here to Michigan. Like, for real, for real. I could never get a bank account nowhere because nobody would trust me because they would look up and see my history. Like my felonies were active at that time. Now I have the option to get myself expunged. So at the time, that seemed like it made sense to me. And that's why I keep saying, like, now I agree with y'all. That's dumb as fuck, you dumbass bitch. Woo. But then at that time in my life, I can tell y'all truthfully, I would look up to this lady like, yeah, what you saying makes right. It sense. You feel me? Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep trying to do this. Woo. And mind you, she a motivational, smooth talking ass, you know what I'm saying? Crazy ass bitch. So it's like, excuse my language. So I'm like, yeah, that seems about right. And I got my apartment. It's in my name. You feel me? So I feel like I have some type of security, especially after getting out of a domestic violence situation. You feel me? So I looked at her like some type of, not necessarily a mentor, but like I would listen to her advice. So when she's telling me to fill out this paperwork and she's telling me this is the right thing to do, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's really not coming from no bullshit ass place. I'm like, yeah, I literally sat in that office. Like now it seems dumb as hell. Like I know better now. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown as hell. But at the time, 3 years ago, especially when I first moved in, I didn't think that was right. And then, like I said, after I had my son, it went back down to zero all of a sudden because I was pregnant again. Like when I was during my pregnancy with my son and stuff like that. So I wasn't really having too many interactions with her. But then after my son started getting like 6-7 months, boom, problems arise again. And then I ended up leaving because we had this big final blowout. And it was just time for me to get up and go because I was going to end up going back to jail and I couldn't risk my kids because I don't have a family my kids can take and do that, this, that, and the third. I'm adopted. I'm from foster care. So you got to think of where I'm coming from.
So Vera,
I ain't got
like
that.
you chose the lesser of two evils. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come at you. This is Tyler talking.
Yeah, that
the
ain't
first time.
Can I say something
You
next?
chose the lesser of two evils. It's like, damn, do I stay here and deal with this? Maybe sexual harassment. Maybe this woman coming on to me. Maybe I put myself out there to get this place. But it's from your background. Sound like that's just you trying to choose a lesser of two evils.
And at the same time, I can admit that when I was younger. Now I'm not stupid enough to ever try to go. You know what I'm saying?
To see and grow from it. Key, Desiree, the other tenant is in the building. Her name is Brown Dimples. If you want to send her a request.
Brownie Dimples, hop inside the live.
Hey y'all, I just want to say something really quickly. Vera, hey cousin. My name Cousin Jay, Ray Therapy on TikTok. But listen, I get where you coming from. And there's a lot of people, I know there's, thousands of people in here, but let's keep it a book. What y'all failing to realize is when you're in a situation and your chips are down, your back is against the wall, you got a fetus growing within you, you have nothing left to do, you already know you in a bad situation, you already know there's something, you got to make something shake as a real person. Like, let's be very clear. Y'all sit up here and y'all live in a world where y'all act like everything is so black and white, but when you're willing to do whatever it takes for your child to have a roof over their head, you gonna play naive, especially if the person come with the name of Jesus behind their back and they carrying a Bible. You're gonna believe that you can trust this person, even though you know it's something that you really ain't supposed to be doing. So to sit up here and be like, oh, why do you keep paying with Cash App? Because baby, you may have never been homeless. You may have never lived in your car. You have maybe never been in a position where you're like, you know what? At this point, I'm willing to take up and do whatever I can. Why won't I report it? Because baby, ain't no real paper trail. First off, I ain't even supposed to be here. So how can I report when I'm not supposed to be somewhere that I ain't supposed to be? I ain't got the money that's supposed to be even put in a place to put the money where it's supposed to go. So yeah, if somebody say, you better give me $100 on Cash App or I'm gonna kick you out, what you think you gonna do? You gonna come up with $100 in Cash App. And let's be very clear. If you coming from the other side of the world, baby, ain't no receipts. I ain't my code offended. What you talking about? So again, y'all gotta stop looking at everything as just so black and white and, oh, why would you be so naive? Because baby, when you homeless, when you hungry, baby, you'll do anything. Especially if you got some little kids looking up at you like, mama, what we gonna do next? Or you looking at yourself and your stomach is growing and you like, damn.
While I do agree, hold on. While I do agree, hold on.
What did I just say?
Hold on, Tyler, hold on. While I do agree with what some of you said, as somebody that's over 40 and has been there, has been through anything that you can imagine, especially the homeless thing, right? It's certain shit I would never do. I don't
And
care. That's just me
the
though, right?
world. It's
And
certain things that none of us will never
because
do.
hold on.
But baby, you cut me off to get
Y'all
to
gotta
your
quit. Hold
point.
on, because we not interrupting.
Okay, but please
So
don't
good.
don't do that with
We
Keith.
was doing
Please
so
don't.
good, right? Because we don't have to agree with each other, right? Like I said, a lot of what she said I do agree with, but we don't have to agree with each other because we grown, right? What I'm saying is, me personally, is some things I wouldn't do, right? But I do get the desperation, especially when you're a mother and a single mother, and especially when you got felons behind your name. You have to have a whole different life for the rest of your life once a felon is being attached to your name. I'm not a dummy. I know all these things, right? But even if, because it was through the government, right? I just want to know why she didn't try other avenues. Because even if I do something to get somewhere, you ain't finna game me and take money out my kid's mouth when I ain't even got it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? The $200, it was cool.
I guess
The
I would say
$400
if you've never
is
been
much.
there,
But when it
it's
got to
harder to
$700,
say.
Let the host speak.
She asked a
right.
question, so if someone's asking a question and they pause, you think that it's kind of hard.
Unless you want to get dropped, I suggest you let
Please just be respectful. Don't let's not do that. Like, just be respectful. Like, for real.
We've been smooth all morning. Don't let the devil come up, and I'm not talking about you, baby. I'm talking about the spirit.
Yeah,
Like,
please.
don't let the devil come up in here and ruin how we all been so cool all morning. Don't let them comments hype y'all up. Don't even pay them no attention, right? And I'm sorry, sometimes when I speak, I pause. Everybody know my body is still healing and things. So sometimes it takes me a while to articulate my thought because I literally just got through going through treatments this year, right? So just bear with me if I'm talking and then I pause because, like I said, I have to articulate my thoughts. Okay, not personal. So what I'm saying is, when it went above the 400, when the harassment got to a second level, because your children got to be there. If they'll do it to you, who else would they do it to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand the forethought behind when it started to get bad and why it took today, right? And this happening with old girl before we knew of this. Because if LaShonda been like that and they been famous, I'd have been said something if this woman was making it hard for me and my kids that I had to fight to live with. That's really what I'm asking. Okay.
I get that.
Okay, is this my time to talk yet, or like, is it cool?
I think it's good. The hostess said her spiel. Thank you.
So, when it came to me still accepting to pay the money, mind you, regardless of what I say today, put on social media, she could evict me that day. You see what I'm saying? Regardless if y'all say she need to leave a notice, regardless if y'all say it's illegal, the ways this lady gets around it, and she puts it on formal papers and attaches it to your door. If you don't know no better at the time, now I know better. You know what I'm saying? I done been through the ringer or two, whatever. But it took me a while to get to that point. And the reason why I chose now to say something, it wasn't necessarily to really get into me living as a tenant, you know what I'm saying, with this and the third. My first video that I had posted with my recording, I was basically trying to say, like, I agree with the wife that she probably didn't know, only because I personally, now that I done moved out and done figured my own ways and done prayed about it, this, that, and the third, I done came to the conclusion, like, damn, she doing multiple people like this. Like, forget the rumors. Even if there's rumors, you still can't go based on rumors. So if you trying to take your own path, you trying to do this, you're not really trying to focus on what everybody else is saying. You still gonna choose what you choose to do, and I chose what I chose to do at the time. And I'm not saying that that's right.
Hold on, Vera. Katara, you a lie. My view's been over 2,000 hours. We've been on here for hours, way before Vera jumped in my live. My lives always jump, baby. So please don't do that. Please don't do that. Go and get rid of them, Raj.
And
Okay,
in case anybody don't know, this is key. This is how we run the live. So I don't care how many followers you got. You don't disrespect the host. All of her bulldogs and everybody who protect her is not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
That's the way it happens over here, right? So
y'all need to be very respectful.
Right. And for the person that said, Tyler, you've been doing too much this whole panel, this is how I am, and everybody that watches me on Keys Things know it. And I apologize to Vera because I understand, and that's what adults do on this side of adult TikTok. Apologize when we get the person's perspective. So thank you. Your name, I don't even know what the hell you talk. Imani, whatever your name is, you're not relevant. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. But yeah, I was just saying, one, I can try to honestly, this really just hit in the last few days. So me trying to over explain to everybody gets to the point where like I kind of can't. So at this point, I'm trying to really, I'll try to get everything together, try to explain to y'all more of my life and the reason why I made the decisions I did and the reason why, how I got in contact with her in more detail. I just got home, like I just got home earlier. I've been at home working, but at this time, like I'm finally getting off doing what I need to do for work, so I can probably try to take some time out the day to sit there and handle everything.
Well, can we talk about the fight though? Did you say you physically had a fight with LaShonda?
Yeah, me and Miss LaShonda had multiple fights, and I even asked Desiree and Kiana to see if somebody got a video from back then or something like that. Because it wasn't no 5-10 minute fight. You know, we threw a couple hands, you know, shit like that, maintenance man running up, shit like that. But it would always be because, like, she would come at somebody crazy. Like, the way she talked to people, the way she talks on social media is completely different than the way she talks to people in person.
Right.
Even if you just walk up on her in Kroger and you buying groceries, she really talks to people like they dogs. And I've tried to look for other recordings just for like the meeting. I remember the meeting where I said I needed my mailbox key because she refused to give it to me for months. She was just like, I don't need to live off food stamps. You guys are beneath me, woo, 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 stuff like that. And I'm still trying to find the recording on that because, mind you, I done been gone for 3 years and I'm in a completely different state, tried to start fresh from everything that happened in Kentucky because besides Guardian Court, I had a lot of stuff going on with people in Guardian Court dealing with her and threats with me and my kids' lives. Like, shit got real to the point where I had to really get up and go. Like, to where I keep thinking that people are thinking on this app like this is a joke and this is a game. Miss LaShonda done caused a lot of havoc in a lot of people's lives, and I didn't necessarily come on here to bash her about her and her wife. I was just saying, yeah, I agree, because a lot of people done been fucked up, such as me, for example, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get to where I can sit down and really try to make a video and try to go through all these old papers and these old boxes and try to get shit together to where I can show everybody. But I done showed my lease, my ID, videos of me calling her back today, my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show all I can. And at the end of the day, I'm honest.
I'll tell you this, other than maybe the cash apps and the fight, don't post your information. That's how people find out where you live.
But yeah, I don't live in Kentucky no more. So that's why I felt comfortable going ahead and posting what I posted. But I took all the personal like socials off and you know what I'm saying, little markers and stuff off. But I posted enough to where you can see that it's my picture and it's the address that I lived at, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just give you some advice as somebody older. If you, and I'm sure you've learned from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever take anything anybody does for granted. Record.
No, that's the truth.
Record, write down, keep your receipts. I don't care how minimum you think it may be, right? Don't ever do that. And don't ever be afraid to speak out. I know it was government housing and when you feel like you're caught between a rock and a hard place, but hey, don't ever be afraid to speak out because from what you're saying, you know, getting your side, this was all the way wrong. And it's not right that you had to go through that. I'm sorry that you went through that and had to experience that. But you felt like you had no other choice. I get it.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I never really felt the need to explain because once I moved away, I'm sorry to cut you off. I really
No.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna cut both of y'all. Hold on, right quick. Raj, mute them? Did you catch that, Raj? If you'll mute them, everybody at the bottom, y'all get those likes up. All the new people, if y'all have questions, chime in with y'all questions so I can start moving that bottom box through. Because now I got 47 people waiting, and I ain't even been able to get but two of y'all up here.
But Key,
go ahead.
Key, don't forget about Desiree, the other tenant is in there too. Brownie Dimples or something. She's in the box.
Yeah, for some reason, if you're not my friend, unless you send me a request, it don't give me the little guess with the two people. She would have to send me a request if she wanted to speak.
Desiree,
but y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, girl, I forgot what I was gonna say. Y'all can go ahead and continue asking. I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
I got a quick question.
Tyler stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got a quick question. I've been like just listening. So that's the only way you're gonna soak up information that you need is listening. And my question to you, because you said something about you had felony. I'm a little familiar with HUD and all of that. Section 8 HUD is different, true, but they both kind of hold the same standard as far as your background. I'm just curious as to how did you get in there with your background, because they don't usually do that.
Right. And that's why I said I would try to have to go to a video and really explain the deep end of my past. But long story short, I caught a few cases with my child's father. I got basically shipped off to another state for witness protection because he tried to kill me at 9 months pregnant, blah, 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 blah. I went to Miss LaShonda around the 9-month mark. That's when I filled out my application before I got shipped off to a different state, came back to a different state 2 weeks before I ended up moving into the apartment. And I basically went through a program with what's it called? I forgot, something to Louisville. Anyway, the state of Louisville, the state of Kentucky, whatever. Commonwealth of Kentucky, that's what it's called. Commonwealth of Kentucky, to where I went through a diversion program only because in the midst of my case, it came out that I was forced. There was video footage of me being forced to do what was going on by gunpoint, and I was pregnant at the time. And even though at first when the conviction came out, I didn't tell on my baby daddy because I just thought I was hard shit back then. You know what I'm saying? And at the time it was a dumb decision, but it later ended up coming out that it was him, but they couldn't convict. It's just a lot of different things. So when it came out to that, long story short, I went through the diversion program to where I could still get my felonies expunged, even though I am on a serious from guardian court, like I put it up and everything. So I don't really know how I got approved, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with me being in the diversion program.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that's understood. Megan, what's your question, baby? So I can switch your box out.
Okay, hey everybody. So my question is, and I'm just being totally transparent. Why wait till now? Well, first I'm gonna say it's not too late, because just from what you had told, I would say it's not too late to press